Hello everyone, welcome back behind the Eye of Odin. I'm your host Eric. I actually am making this video for Meg specifically. Some of you know her as saygesorrel. She asked me a question about runic tattooing, and Meg, this video is specifically for you. So like I was saying to you in the messages that we had a couple of back and forth, there are several runes, and when I say several, I mean 3, that are specifically intended for defense and or protection. Now, the 3 are Thurisaz, Iwaz, and Algiz, and this one here is Thurisaz. Thurisaz is the thorn, which is kind of a defense mechanism. It's surrounding yourself and not allowing things that are bothering you to get through. It's kind of a basis there. Iwaz is Yggdrasil and the World Tree, and it is intended to be a protective covering of sorts, something like that. That also indicates strength and flexibility and the ability to bend and not break. And then this one here is Algiz, and Algiz is the elk. It's a matter of being protected by not just the people around you, surrounding yourself with good people, but also not allowing negativity and things like that to even come into your space. So those are the 3 runes that sort of more or less mean or have something to do with protection. Now I'll show you here in just a second some of the things that I would do with them on a small tattoo. You wanted to have it done on your finger here. Something that it might not be real small or coverable by a ring, but I will come up with a couple of bindrunes and kind of show you what those would do together. Okay, so if Thurisaz is all about protecting yourself and by using your surroundings, and Algiz is all about protecting your surroundings, if we put those 2 together, it could look something like this. And you see I'm going over that same line again because I'm going to explain that here in a sec as soon as I'm... Okay. It would look kind of like that. You could actually do it a little bit different than that if you wanted to, and bring these 2 lines down here, and then it would look like this. Or if you wanted to make these 2 lines meet and not have that show there, you could do that, but I like it that way. At any rate, the reason you redraw everything is because you want the entire rune to be in the design. So when you go to get it done, you want to tell the guy, I want you to draw this line twice, and then draw this line, and then draw this line again. That way the intent is still there and the function is still there. And then, you know, any aesthetics that you want to add to that, you can. But, you know, bindrunes are kind of one of those things where it's sort of the intent that's the important part. If you wanted to add this rune here, if you wanted to add Iwaz in, you could do that simply by, you know, adding lines to it. And again, I'm drawing the entire rune just to qualify the intent. So that's one of the things that you can do, is you can come up with it that way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mess around with this a little bit and just put some pictures at the end of this video so that you can see kind of some of the stuff that I came up with. Okay, so this is what I came up with, and it looks a little bit weird. It's totally different. But this is all 3 of these runes. I didn't add the warrior rune into it because I figured that would probably bring about more contention than anticipated or necessary. Although that'd only be 1 line different from what this is. So the way this worked out is this rune here. You can see in the top, Augie's comes down and then across and then down that way. And then Iwas comes across the top here, then down and then back up. And then Thurisaz is just this straight stave here, and then the little thing there. So several of the other, well, a couple of other runes have come up. Now, if you can see this here, it looks kind of like the letter B. That's Bracana. Bracana is new beginnings and rebirth. So that's also a good rune for making a new start to things and you know, starting fresh, which I thought was very, very cool. Wunjo is the joy rune, which has also shown its face in here twice, standing on top of itself, which is the one that looks, if you took this part out right here, it looks like a P. That's Wunjo, and that stands for joy, your own personal joy. So that one came out a lot different than I was expecting. I really like this one, and I don't know how well you can see it, but I put it on the space right here where I wear one of my rings, and this was as small as I was able to make it. And if I can find my ring here, there it is. I'll show you exactly how big it turns out to be. Ta-da! Anyway, Meg, if you have any questions, feel free to message me back or put it in the comment section, whatever. As for anyone else who's watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to post them in the subject or in the comment section below, or message me privately. Either way. But like I said, Meg, any questions? If you want something different, if that's not gonna work for you, let me know. Just some ideas. But thanks for watching, everyone, and of course, until next time, Odin be with you.